Herkese selam dostlar. Ben Selam Video'dan. Max Payne'in 3. bölümden devam ediyoruz. Max Payne'in Mobile. Şimdi oyunda ekran görüntüsüne başlatıyorum ve kaldığımız yer devam. Rangın Launch. Evet, şimdi kayıt başladı. Şimdi Rangın Launch'un oradayım. Kulüplü taraflardayım.
Ulan bu hastalık beni deli ediyor ya.
Yet yeri.
Yandım anam. Yandım anam.
Neyse, devam
The
edelim.
book had never been a bestseller.
Burada gizli bölüm var. Yokunun gizli bir yerleri var.
Varlığın yakıyor. Devam nasıl ya?
Kaç bölümde okuyoruz yani sağ solda.
Given the setting, I was surprised to find that somebody had been passing time reading. The paperback was entitled The Age of Murder and Storm. The blurb on the back mentioned Norse mythos and Ragnarok, the end of a Viking world with a terrible winter that covered the earth in ice, when vile crimes were rampant and all humanity lost. I could see how somebody impressionable might get it into their head that we were at the end of time. I was also beginning to see what the nightclub and its owner were all about.
Ragnarok'un bahsediyormuş, korkunç çıkışta dünyanın kaplanından bir buz tabakası.
Yandım anam. Yanıyorum, yanıyorum kendimi.
Devam edelim.
Yandım anam.
Hemen görünce sıkıyor. Nasıl yürüyor?
Hamza abi yetiş, bir olmuş.
Books on the occult had been piled on the table. The room was stacked with light reading, such as Necronomicon, Witchcraft, and Paradise Lost. Old exotic titles like Malleus Maleficarum and De Umbrarum Reini Novum Portus. Books with pentagrams on their covers, all dealing with the occult and the infernal, lying between stacks of horror videos and a couple of Ouija boards. The only thing I could take seriously was the thought of Lupino taking it seriously. He had been spending a lot of time getting intimate with the guy downstairs.
Başlıklar varmış, kapaklarından vardır. Hepsi yeni korku videolarından.
Yandım anam.
Şeyin Lupino'nun işi fazla ciddiye almıştır. Zamanı çok. Vay vay vay.
Yandım anam. Yandım anam.
Bana yukarı molotof sen mi attın? Bunlar. Dünyayı senaryolara ayarlıyorlar.
Abo, bir oğlum. Yandım anam. Yandım anam.
Bir konuşma geçiyor. Durun lan, ne oluyor? Parayı karşısı.
Yanıyor, yanıyor, yanıyor kendimi.
Etrafı yakarım. Etrafı yakarım. Size de şey yapmam. Casus her şey. Arada sıkalım. Çarçurt çarçurt ne hale geldiğini anlasınlar. Neyse, şuradaki
Yandım anam.
devam edelim.
Yandım anam.
Ne patlama.
Yandım anam.
Neyse.
Yandım anam.
Dikkat almaktan devam. Çekil bakalım evlat. Sök. Dur bakalım evlat. Aşağı düş. Böyle kayboluyor. Soğuk bir fırtına geliyor.
Siktir. Yandım anam.
Bir kayıt yapalım. Düşmemek için. Sen nereye çıktın lan? Resminin en zor anları bu tarafta. Geçin büyük. Aşağı düşsek göreceğiz de.
Yanıyorum söndürün. Yanıyorum söndürün.
Bir molotof mas. Evet evlat, yan, kül ol. Arkadaşın yaptığın gibi.
Aha bir oğlum. Yanıyorum söndürün. Yanıyorum söndürün.
Hızlı bir bölüm. Gel bakalım evlat.
Yandım anam.
Biraz aspirinler almaya devam. Gel bakalım evlat. Ranger Ranch yani evrak müzik taraflarından gizli kırıklar. Bu taraflarda bir enstrüman şarkıları yapıyorlar. Bu taraflarda
Yandım anam.
burada bas veriyorlar galiba. Yani burada şey yapıyorlar. Nasıl bir kutlama işte. Marka bölümleri de geçmişler. Ki neyin ne olduğunu bilemiyorsun işte. Neyse. Burada da artık bu tarafa alırız.
Hey. Yandım anam.
Geçebilir miyiz artık bunu? Galiba geçebiliriz diye tahmin ediyorum. Evet. Vur bakalım evlat. Lan. Vur. Kurşunu yere sıktım, adam direkt öldü. Neyse.
The backstage area led to Lupino's inner sanctum. The hot air inside was like an invisible wall, thick with incense and something else, a sickly sweet smell that made you gag. This was the rotten core of the Big Apple. Lupino lurked somewhere ahead, like a spider at the center of his web, waiting. The vapors in the air started to make my head swim.
The flesh of fallen angels! Come to me all! Astaroth, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, Baphomet, Lucifer, Loki, Satan, Cthulhu, Lilith, Ella! Blood to you all!
Bağırdığına göre
The corruption of flesh!
bildiğimiz Lupino yani. Bakalım nelerle karşılaşacağız bu adamla.
I'm the wolf, yeah! I am the wolf!
Gördüm polisi. Yanıyorum yandım anam.
I don't need the words! I'm beyond the words!
yandım anam. Yandım anam. Yandım anam.
Neyse. Dur bakalım. Dur bakalım.
Yandım anam.
I had known there'd have to be a catch in it somewhere, and this one was the Empire State Building of catches. Lupino was pumped up and dying to go 15 rounds with a mutant alligator.
İşte Lupine karşımıza çıktı.
And then...
Gözleri de boyamış. Yani dövme yapmış. Ne diyor? Onun bir yerden yakalayacağımı biliyorum. Burası imparatorluğumun bir merkezi diyor. Ve bir de ürkütücü konuşması var.
I had known there'd have to be a catch in it somewhere, and this one was the Empire State Building of catches. Lupino was pumped up and dying to go 15 rounds with a mutant alligator. And then he started this spooky monkey talk, straight from a bad dream. Mine.
I have tasted the flesh of fallen angels. I've tasted the devil's green blood. It runs in my veins. I've seen beyond the world of skin, the architecture of blood and bow and arrow. Death is coming!
She is coming, and hell follows with her. This is the twilight winter. I am ready to be her son. Her time is now, and all who stand in her way must die! Die! You'll die! You'll die! Now! Oh, die!
Yanıyor. Yanıyor. Yanıyor sandırım. Yanıyor. Yanıyor sandırım.
When Lupino finally went down, I wanted to make real sure he'd stay that way. V was a bad monster. Turned them into friggin' zombie demons from outer space.
I think he's dead already.
Huh? And that's when it happened.
But dead or not, you've got the wrong guy.
In stepped this knockout femme fatale holding a gun to my face. I returned the favor.
Onun çoktan öldüğünü düşünüyorum. Ha işte o zaman oldu. Ama ölüyor.
Lisa Punchinello. Lisa Punchinello was the Don's wife.
Mona Sachs, Lisa's evil twin.
Your safety's off, evil twin. You might hurt someone with that gun of yours.
Lisa's the damsel in distress. I'm the professional. I'd blow you away without batting an eye.
Sure, and you can check out my credentials splattered all over this joint.
Jack couldn't have framed you, not the state he was in. We're after the same slime bag. Angelo Punchinello's the one who murdered your friend and framed you with it.
You know this for a fact?
I've got my sources.
Bilmiyorsun, önemsiz. Diyor. Bu durumda Jack, istersen sana bir çamur atardım. Aynı aşağıda peşindeyim. Arkanda öldüren bir suçun senin üzerine yıkardım diyor. Bunun doğru olduğunu nereden belli? Güvenlik
Jack couldn't have framed you, not the state he was in. We're after the same slime bag. Angelo Punchinello's the one who murdered your friend and framed you with it.
You know this for a fact?
I've got my sources.
I don't have a clue these days. I just shoot them as they come. We put a contract on the Archfiend.
This one's mine. I hate the guts of that sadistic wife-beater. Why not pool our bullets for this one?
I thought you'd never ask. My finger was starting to twitch.
How do you like your whiskey?
I'm easy, as long as you don't try to slip me a Mickey.
You're a real angel, Max.
It was good stuff. Tasted sweet as honey going down.
Nothing personal. Can't risk you going berserk and getting Lisa killed.
The nightmare was always the same. Violent shapes moving in darkness, old and ugly. The killer's mad laughter was a riddle filled with wicked innuendo. Somewhere, the baby was crying.
yaşlı çirkin katil gibi aşağılık imanlar falan filan.
I woke up in a bad dream. My head felt 2 sizes too small for my brain.
Max Payne.
Kötü bir rüyada
I envy your
uyandım,
name.
kafam
And the killer was smiling.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Frankie the Bat Niagara.
Niagara, as in you cry a lot. He had a baseball bat and I was tied to a chair. Pissing him off was the smart thing to do.
Hafif elinden bir beyzbol sopası diyor. Kraks kraks. Ensenize vurdu. Çenenize vurdu.
Nothing wrong with a little laugh now and then. Take me for example. I love to watch cartoons.
Bazen küçük bir
Cartoon violence is a fascinating thing. Let's take a break. I need to take a leak and maybe grab a cold one at the bar. Don't worry. I'll be back to finish this off. And then, it's checkout time.
Play, you pay, you bastard. He swaggered out, and the door clanged shut behind him, locks clicking into place. Everyone makes mistakes. Mine hadn't been to crack jokes about the goon with the bat. He'd have cracked my skull regardless. It hadn't even been to trust a girl with a gun. I had blindly gone after the first bad guy on my hit list when I should have been aiming further up the ladder, at the head of the Punchinello family. I couldn't bring myself to be pissed at Mona. Guess I had a soft spot for her pretty face. But when somebody decides to play baseball with your head, you tend to get sore. They had dragged me back to the basement of Lupino's hotel. I was beaten, bruised, and blue. I felt like the chair I had broken to get free.
Canım çok sıkıldı. Kurtulmak gibisi olmaz lazım. Max.
All I had was Niagara's bat, sticky with my own blood.
Biraz canı yandı, beli kırıldı galiba.
Without a gun, I'd be no match for Frankie's men. I'd have to play hide and seek with them.
Ağrı kesici lazım. Evet, devam edelim. Kapıyı kilitledim derken, şuradan artık şey yok. Buradan şey yapamayız. Bir yandan buradan da biraz kontrol edelim. Şey yok. Burayı da kilitlemiştir.
Aman yandım anam. Hüseyin abi koş. Yandım anam. Yandım anam. Abo Miroğlu. Öyle bak. Yandım anam.
Bana ara diyor. Ben bomba atmadım, bir şey yapmadım. Neyse devam ediyoruz. Otele geri dönüyoruz beyler. Otele geri dönüyoruz. Gizemli şeyler araştırmaya devam.
Things were fast going from bad to worse.
Oteli
The
kapatmışlar.
men in blue had come and gone. They had decorated the place with chalk outlines and tied it together with yellow tape.
Mavilik adamları gelip geçmişti. Mekanların
The cops who had stayed behind were dead. Frankie, his boys, and I had the place all for ourselves.
Arka kalan polisler ölmüşlerdi. Arkada kalanlar Frank'in adamları benim burada baş başa bıraktılar diyor. Frank kimdi diyor diyeseniz şurada oteli kapatmışlar. İşte şirket bu.
Just forget about it. Just forget about it. Hey, just forget about it.
Ufak bir telefon konuşması geçiyor.
That crazy witch, you should have heard her. She was a real scream when the boys caught her trying to cap the Don. Oh, that's freaking bad. The trio? That's even worse than what Frankie's doing to that poor bastard downstairs. She's gonna take a long time to die.
The mobster muscle on the phone was talking about Mona. Punchinello's trio were nothing but bad news.
Ya da cadı onlarla bir şey yaptığı için Mona ile konuşuyor zannediyor.
Punchinello didn't like it much.
remains that all the victims so far identified in the Ragnarok shooting have been known criminals, many of whom had large doses of V in their blood. Reliable sources say that Max Payne was also among those killed, although no body has been recovered at this time.
Reliable sources. That meant somebody thought the Mafia had me, didn't want the cops snooping around anymore. The body would be delivered to them barely recognizable. Case closed. Don Punchinello had the power to be that reliable source, which was no news. But his news was old news. Framing me hadn't been enough. Don Punchinello had put a hit on me. He wanted me dead, and it had been important enough for him to give written instructions to Frankie about it.
Max Payne should die like a dog for the...
Framing me hadn't been enough. Don Punchinello had put a hit on me. He wanted me dead, and it had been important enough for him to give written instructions to Frankie about it.
Max Payne should die like a dog for the trouble he's caused. Frankie, I know I can trust you to give this matter the dedication it needs.
Max Payne'in bir köpek gibi önemli Frank'in gereken bilgilerini öğrenmek için. Şimdi burada Frank'in bir şeyleri var, bilgileri var. Radyoda ise Rangan Ronch'un ölü ve cesetlerini araştırıyorlar. Şimdi buradan daha önceden buradan şey yapmışlar. Olay yerleri araştırmışlar. Kanlı şeyleri A'dan Z'ye kadar. Yoksa burada adamların ölüm şeyleri göstermez. Çizmezler. Burada da dolapta zaten şey yapmıştık zaten. Neyse.
Kamil abi. Hey. Oh, yandım anam.
Ne haber evlat? Burada yapmaya devam ediyorsun. İşemeye devam ediyor. Zaten restoran zaten kapalı zaten.
The hotel bar was fast developing quite a history. True to his words, Frankie was there, having a beer.
Jesus Christ. How the hell did you get loose?
Got bored waiting. Thought, what the hell, we could just as well finish this here.
About me.
Oh, yandım anam. Oh, yandım anam.
Thank you. You've been a lovely iron.
Böyle kapatmışlar. Salon soğukluğu. Ne var? Çizgi romanını geçtik. Beni takip eden dallamaların mekana ayrılmaz fark ettim.
I spotted the tail as soon as I left the hotel. A big black Mercedes.
Bu olaydan sonra artık
I'd seen the car before. That time it had heralded impressive explosions. Vladimir was back.
Bang! You're dead, Max Payne.
I might have laughed if I remembered how. What's this supposed to be? Cops and robbers? Look, you want something with me? Get in line.
Peace, man. Relax. You know you are a real news item. Armed and dangerous. I am going to make you an offer you can't refuse. I've always wanted to say that.
It's a bum rap. I've been framed.
Yeah, that's a moot point. Whatever you did or did not do, I'm sure you had good reason for doing it. Want to hear me out?
I'm listening.
Ne yapıyorsan emin ki bu özel bir sebebi vardır. Diye pekala geç adamlar. Neyse geçilsin.
Punchinello messing with V is bad for business all around. But that's not all.
Bakalım.
There is this guy, Boris Dime, used to pull jobs for me. He's the captain of the cargo ship Charon. Now the bastard turncoat has gone over to the other side, Punchinello's. The ship's loaded with high-res hardware, guns, my business. If Punchinello gets hold of that cargo, he's won and I have lost. And you'll have your work cut out for you. If you want to get to Punchinello, you need heavy-duty persuaders. I am just the man to get them for you. Change the ship back under my flag, maybe pop 2 in the Traitor Dime's head while you're at it. You'll get enough guns to start the apocalypse. You in or out?
Let's get this show on the road. Vladimir was one of those old-time bad guys with honor and morals. which made him almost one of the good guys. None of us was a saint. The Brooklyn riverfront was a maze of rusty containers, sharp-boned cranes looming up from the snowstorm. On a night like this, you couldn't help but think of the dark army of dead men sleeping with the fishes, cement shoes in line. No Minotaur lurked in this labyrinth, but somewhere out there, on the clanking deck of his cargo freighter, the skipper of the K-Ron was waiting, like the ferryman of the river Styx.
Yandım anam.
Şey varmış. Yani...
Ana! Yandım anam. Yandım anam.
Both of them beaten to a pulp.
Hüseyin hadi koş. Yandım anam.
İşte...
Yandım anam.
Var mısın? Hey! Bölümde bu kaçakları yakalayamayacağız.
Var mı? Yandım anam. Yandım anam. Aha orada. Yandım anam. Yandım anam. Hey. Yandım anam.
Traktör bir ayar çekmiş.
Yandım anam. Yandım anam. Yandım anam. Yandım anam. Yandım anam. Yandım anam.
Geçmek için oradaki kamyonu yıkmak.
Yandım anam. Yandım anam. Yandım anam. Yandım anam.
I doubted the letter was a receipt.
Yandım anam.
Hayır, olamaz. Neyse bu bölümde burada bitireceğim.